The four equations every physics student learns as Maxwell's laws did not reach us in their original form. They were forged by an unemployed telegraph operator named Oliver Heaviside. In the 1870s, Heaviside was entirely self-taught, suffered from increasing deafness, and worked in a dimly lit British station sending and receiving Morse code. He faced a very physical crisis. Operators would fire crisp electrical pulses into undersea telegraph cables, but by the time those signals crossed the ocean, they arrived as weak, overlapping smears of static. Around this time, James Clerk Maxwell published his 1873 treatise on electricity and magnetism. Maxwell proposed that electricity and magnetism were invisible fields permeating empty space. Heaviside realized the answer to the cable distortion lay inside that text. In 1874, he left his paid job, retreated to his family home, and spent years working in total isolation to master the theories. He found Maxwell's work brilliant but mathematically impenetrable. To fix the physical telegraph, Heaviside realized he had to invent an entirely new mathematical language to translate those invisible fields into numbers he could calculate. Maxwell originally wrote his theory using 20 equations, relying on a complex mathematical dialect called Quaternions. Quaternions mixed physical directions with imaginary numbers, making practical calculations nearly impossible for working engineers. Working entirely alone, and parallel to the work of the American physicist Josiah Willard Gibbs, Heaviside threw the Quaternions out. He built a new system centered strictly on the directional flow of electric and magnetic forces, a method we now call vector calculus. Heaviside introduced specific grammatical rules for this new language. He defined divergence to describe how a field flows directly outward from a specific source point, like water springing from a fountain. He also defined curl, which calculates how much a field circulates around a central axis, like a whirlpool. By applying divergence and curl, Heaviside compressed Maxwell's sprawling 20 equations down into 4 compact, elegant statements. He removed the mathematical clutter. Engineers now had a working grammar they could use to clearly visualize the shape of electromagnetic fields anywhere in space. With his new math, Heaviside mapped exactly what was happening inside the transatlantic telegraph lines. He proved that a physical cable destroys a signal through 4 interacting factors: resistance, capacitance, leakage, and inductance. His equations revealed a highly counterintuitive solution. To perfectly balance out the distortion and preserve the signal, companies needed to deliberately wrap coils around the wire to add more inductance. The British engineering establishment completely dismissed him. William Preece and the British Post Office refused to listen to an isolated outsider's chalkboard math, preferring to rely on expensive trial and error. Heaviside ignored the critics and kept pushing his math further. He developed operational calculus, a method that translates highly complex differential equations into simple algebra. An engineer could turn an impossible circuit problem into an algebraic fraction, solve it, and translate it back to find the physical waveform. This time, academic mathematicians attacked him, pointing out that his operational method lacked formal, rigorous proofs. Heaviside famously responded that he wouldn't refuse to eat his dinner just because he didn't fully understand digestion. His equations gave the correct answers, and that was enough. For years, his most profound practical insights sat unused. The institutions controlling the telegraph networks valued traditional pedigree and recognized procedures over a functional, working system. As radio technology emerged at the turn of the century, the equations Heaviside wrote to fix underground wires proved equally vital for sending signals through the sky. He studied how electromagnetic waves travel over the curve of the Earth and independently predicted the existence of an ionized layer of gas in the upper atmosphere. He argued this layer acts like a mirror, reflecting radio waves back to the ground. Decades after his initial discoveries, the broader scientific world finally caught up. The establishment had to adopt his mathematical language to keep pace with the rapid expansion of electrical engineering. Formal validation slowly followed. Heaviside was elected a Fellow of the Royal Society in 1891, and the Institution of Electrical Engineers awarded him the Faraday Medal in 1921. Today, the transmission line formulas he derived and the operational shortcuts he invented remain the bedrock of modern telecommunications. James Clerk Maxwell revealed the invisible electromagnetic field, but it was Oliver Heaviside who gave it a language the modern world could actually use.